That is the opening part to one of the coolest songs I ever heard. I remember when this record came out, 1978, this album. This is Stefan Grossman and John Renbourn's first duet album. And Snap a Little Owl was the opening tune. And I just remembered hearing that first part right there by itself and just thinking, wow, that's a pretty cool duet that those guys have got happening. And listen through the whole part. There's the next section. Now what happens after that? Ooh, a little sticky. And then it opens up again. And we hear this. Now there's three guitars happening right there. Nope. The first guitar was playing two parts, the bass part. And then John comes in with a duet. There's some really cool parts in the duet. What happens next? Anyway, what we're going to do in this lesson, well, let me tell you a little bit more about the song, because when this record came out, it had a few solos as well, including Stefan Grossman's solo, Bermuda Triangle Exit, which I already have a lesson on. But anyway, and couple other cool duets. Two of my favorites, one was called Looper's Corner, and the other was Why a Duck, all in there. And I happened to get, I guess it must have been a British pressing of this, because it came out on Kicking Mule, but the British version had the tablature included with it. So this book came with it. I think with the Kicking Mule version, you had to buy it separately. But so it's still really cool that this was definitely the first album I ever got that had tablature with it. The song, we're just going to take a look at the first part, which is what Stefan really played. John played the lead part over it later, or as the song materializes. And it's also really near and dear to my heart, because this was the first tune I ever played with John Renbourn. He was doing a workshop at my store, and afterwards somebody handed me a guitar, and we played a few things. And this popped up because I asked him if he ever played any of his duets. And so this was like 20 years after the record came out. And he said, no, I don't know anybody that knows him. Well, I started playing and played along. Anyway, the rest of the Renbourn story is available at other places here at Totally Guitar, so I'll save that for now. But what we're just gonna take a look. The music here is fairly short. There are really only three short parts. I'm calling them the A, B, and C section. And the C section is really just a chord accompaniment. What is it? There we go. Anyway, we'll get back to those chords. I'm thinking about something else right now, which is getting to this lesson. And so the first part, the A and the B sections are pretty tricky, but I will go through them very slowly. Okay, I'll be looking at the tab when I do that, because in order to play it slowly, got to make sure that it doesn't sound so musical. Anyway, coming up, a lesson on the first part of Snap a Little Owl, or Guitar 1, I would call it, Stefan's part. And if there's enough interest further down the road, I could add the second guitar part to it. So that might be in the running somewhere down the line. So coming up, a lesson on Snap a Little Owl. Challenging tune.